I'm the sports professor, Rick Horrow. Welcome to Beyond the Scoreboard, Inside the Mega Events. It's a $1 trillion sports business, to be sure, and about 50 to 60% of those dollars are wrapped up in the mega events, the championships, Super Bowls, All-Star Games, World Series, Wimbledon, tennis majors, golf majors, NASCAR championships, IndyCar championships, Ryder Cup. All of those too numerous to mention. I'm in my office to kick off the show, but I'm not here a lot. I'll be on the road on a weekly basis to bring you the inside tips from those major events. The balance sheets, who wins, who loses, the interviews, how you put on the events, and how you sustain them. This is all brought to you by Edelman Financial.
Money doesn't come with instructions. That's why we created Edelman Financial Services to help you with everything from college and retirement planning to managing your investments, helping you achieve retirement security. We're among the nation's top financial advisors. Come see how we can help you.
Sports professor Rick Horrow, spotlight on mega events. Well, I don't know which one to go to this week, so stayed home for a little while working out a positive shout out to those of you who are going to be on the road next week, and happy Father's Day a week early. It'll end at the U.S. Open. But let's celebrate 5 North American destinations as mega events and evaluate where they are as we speak. First, let's start way west in the Bay Area, and the first one would be Oakland/San Francisco. The Warriors at this taping, little bit of trouble. See who they get back, but they're number 3 in net worth at $3.5 billion according to Forbes, and certainly not going to hurt when they move into the Chase Center and Chase Arena in downtown San Francisco, right on the waterfront. That has been an incredible dynasty thanks to Joe Lacob and Peter Guber. And the bottom line of all of that is it's transcended the Bay Area, and it's certainly an international team with sponsorship deals from Rakuten and others. Certainly the patch deal and other deals really significant as far as the overall economic impact, $120 to $140 million. If you take the 4 weeks of playoffs, certainly the Bay Area a big deal. Then, when you consider the fact that the San Jose Sharks could have, oh no, they're not in it, but 3 years ago they were, with a double-double between the Sharks and the Warriors together. That was economic impact. That's not happening. We'll go to St. Louis in a minute on that one. Just down the road next week in Pebble Beach, a $2.25 million first-place prize money awaits Brooks Koepka. You mean there are other people in the tournament that have a chance to win? Tiger does well at Pebble. Obviously pretty significant. But as Father's Day looms and as the third major looms, the discussion now is, are there too many majors in a row? We won't have that debate, but the Bay Area certainly will, with tremendous economic impact and vacations and the whole issue. And again, the bottom line is, according to the National Golf Foundation, about 33.5 million participants in golf. For the first time, we're including Topgolf and other entertainment activities in it. Bottom line is, if people are swinging a club, it's good for the industry, and certainly the U.S. Open, a very important fixture around Father's Day weekend. At least it is for me in my house. Let's move a little east. Let's go to St. Louis. The Blues and Bruins were not supposed to be a marquee matchup, but when you look at it, 29 rating in the St. Louis area households, the most for any sporting event since the history of time, certainly in St. Louis, and about 25 rating in Boston. They've been there before. But the bottom line is the St. Louis Blues, when you look at it, they're number 17 in value at an average value, according to Forbes, about $450 million. Certainly the Scott Trade Center, now the Enterprise Center, and the significant value in the increase of the renovation dollars, public-private partnership. We talked to some of the St. Louis Blues brass a couple of weeks ago at Game 3 of the Stanley Cup Finals, and it was not in their business plan to have the Blues go to the finals. It certainly, however, is icing on the cake. A 4-year high for Game 1 ratings on NBC. Kudos to St. Louis. Now they got to get the water out of downtown St. Louis as the scene will shift inevitably back to Game 6 for the Stanley Cup Finals there. Let's head further east. Let's head to Boston. Boston's an old hand, by the way, at all of this. If the Bruins pull it out, that'll be 3 titles in 9 months. Come on, enough already. Give somebody else a chance to win some of these titles, but Bostonians don't want to hear that. The Bruins themselves, number 5 net value at nearly $900 million, twice as much as the Blues. But as I said before, you don't win these games in the boardrooms. You win these games on the ice. But the economic impact of yet another parade and a Bruins victory, well over $100 million of impact there, and joining the Patriots and joining the Red Sox. Hey, Celtics, where are you? Finally, number 5. Let's not locate this only in Toronto. We went from west to east. Let's go north. All of Canada. I've been listening to see how representative the Raptors are. We all understand their value is significant. Their number is 11 at $1.6 billion, according to Forbes. It's significant. It's right in the middle of the pack, but not when you consider the fact that it's Canada's team. I thought in Vancouver there would be some affinity for the Grizzlies and some rejection of the NBA. No. They're Raptors fans, clearly, and all of the national networks follow the Raptors significantly. Certainly, the first title in NBA history in Canada is not so far-fetched, and certainly when you consider the economic impact of what happens when a Toronto team wins, like the Blue Jays, you can understand how important the Raptors are. Jurassic Park, and the average ticket price for Game 1 of the finals, according to all of the seat vendors, about $5,000. Can't wait to see what happens if there is a Game 6 and Game 7 there. And frankly, there may not even be a Game 6 there. But that's mathematically certainly a difficult thing to understand, that the Warriors wouldn't win one. We're not predicting here. We're just suggesting that 1 or 2 more games in Toronto, even more economic impact. So billions of dollars of economic impact west to east, starting today, ending on Father's Day, certainly the mega events carrying the day. Sports Professor Rick Horrow, spotlight on mega events west to east.